welcome to Daily Dictation. This is an interactive video to help you practice your English skills. You will do that by listening to 5 sentences. As I read 5 sentences, you will listen and do your best to write them down. You will use the correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation to the best of your ability. This will help you practice your listening skills and your writing skills. The sentences will be about winter fun at a low intermediate level. After I finish reading them, you are going to check your answers, which I will show, and then I will explain grammar and any spelling tips and tricks that will help you improve your skills. Let's get started. This is a skill that's best developed if you practice every day. So there are usually videos from Monday to Friday. There's new sentences each weekday, new topics each week, and 2 English levels offered. The instructions for this activity. You will need a blank piece of paper and a pencil or a blank document to type in. 5 sentences will be read. Each sentence will be read 3 times and 1 more time at the end. You have to write down each sentence to the best of your ability, and you will use your listening skills to do this. Try your best to apply the correct spelling, punctuation, and capitalization for each sentence. Now on the screen, you're going to see numbers 1 to 5. Each number represents a different sentence that I will read. We're going to start with sentence number 1. Number 1. He pulled the sled and shivered from the cold. He pulled the sled and shivered from the cold. He pulled the sled and shivered from the cold. Number 2. The heavy snowfall covered her thick parka. The heavy snowfall covered her thick parka. The heavy snowfall covered her thick parka. Number 3. Light flurries fell as they built a snowman. Light flurries fell as they built a snowman. Light flurries fell as they built a snowman. Number 4. She wore a warm coat to go out and ski. She wore a warm coat to go out and ski. She wore a warm coat to go out and ski. Number 5. The frozen lake was near the small igloo. The frozen lake was near the small igloo. The frozen lake was near the small igloo. I'm going to read each sentence one more time, starting with sentence number 1. Number 1. He pulled the sled and shivered from the cold. Number 2. The heavy snowfall covered her thick parka. Number 3. Light flurries fell as they built a snowman. Number 4. She wore a warm coat to go out and ski. Number 5. The frozen lake was near the small igloo. All right, so those are all of our sentences for today. Let's get ready and see what they look like. If you found that this video was a little bit too fast, I recommend that you listen again. You can listen again and adjust the playback speed to make it go slower in the settings of the video. You can also check the description for timestamps, and this will help you listen to specific sentence numbers. Now, let's have a look at each of the sentences, starting with number 1. He pulled the sled and shivered from the cold. Here we actually have two clauses. We have a coordinating conjunction and right in the middle. He is the subject, pulled is the first verb, and then the sled is the object of this one. We don't need to put the same subject over here. He will be carried over, so all we need to worry about is this verb here, and it tells us why. So we have a preposition, and then this is the noun cold, so we do have an article, the, before. We don't use any commas when there's two clauses that are very closely related. These two are very closely related, so we do not need a comma before and. We only need those for quite confusing and long sentences. In terms of spelling, shivered might be hard. You could split it up, shiv-er-d, or shiver, if that helps. Number 2, the heavy snowfall covered their thick parka. So this one, the heavy snowfall, this is a subject, whereas snowfall is the main subject. This is only an adjective. Covered is the verb in the simple past tense. Then we have a possessive adjective here to show who the thick parka belongs to. And thick is the adjective. Parka is the noun here. Parka might be a difficult word only because it's not very common, but if you sound it out, you're probably going to spell it right. Snowfall is also tricky. Some people write it as 2 words. You should remember that it is 1 word. It's a compound word. Number 3, light flurries fell as they built a snowman. So light flurries, this is a subject. Fell is a verb. Here is a conjunction. Here it's going to connect this part and this part together. They. So this one is actually not super clear. And the only way that we know that they is talking about different, not the flurries, talking about something else, like people, many people, is because we know that flurries are snow and flurries can't build a snowman. Otherwise, if there was some other subject here that was an animal or another group of people, then this they would not be very clear. Built is still the verb. It's a simple past. It's irregular verb, so it has a T. And then we have snowman, which is a noun here. And it's also the object of this clause. Snowman is a little bit tricky. You want to remember that it is 1 word, not 2 words. So remember that is another example of a compound noun. And flurries might be hard with the double consonant here. Also, typically flurries, if it's singular, it will end in a Y, but since this is plural, we're going to remove the I and do IES. Number 4, she wore a warm coat to go out and ski. So we have she is the subject, wore is the verb, a warm coat is the object, where warm is just an adjective and coat is the noun. And then we have an infinitive here because we have 2 verbs in the sentence, but we can't have them in the same form, so we're going to have this one in the infinitive. And we have a preposition out to tell us where she's going skiing and to go out and ski. So she will first go out and then ski are 2 actions here. So since you already put the 2 for this infinitive, this 2 is going to carry over here, so you don't need to say to go out and to ski. It's a little bit too repetitive. To go out and ski is sufficient because that to can apply to both verbs. Number 5. The frozen lake was near the small igloo. The frozen lake. Subject. Lake is the main subject here. Frozen is just an adjective. Was is your verb. Then we have a preposition. And then we have a noun igloo and this adjective here. All right, so frozen might be a little bit of a tricky word. Just sound it out. But the more tricky word is igloo. So igloo should split up, igloo, really remembering that there's 2 O's here. So this is some of the spelling tips and tricks and a little bit of the way that you can break down the sentences in terms of looking at different grammar to help you understand. These bold words are words that we've been studying this week: sled, shivered, snowfall, parka, flurries, snowman, coat, ski, frozen, and igloo. So I'll show you a better list of those words. So the words that we're looking at: flurries, igloo, snowman, coat, sled, ski, parka, snowfall, shiver, frozen. Make sure that you practice those words and you feel comfortable with using them. Make sure that you know how to apply them in your own sentences, whether you are speaking or writing, and always using the correct grammar with them, the correct words with them, in the correct context. Besides that, we are all finished for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.